Love finances, the other F word, and want to support the show? Become a patron by going to patreon.com/FTOFW. You'll get special features, a shout out on the air, and early releases. Or if you prefer, pick up some merchandise at financestheotherfword.com.
As fantastic a CFP as Mel O is, as wonderful an attorney as I am, and as good as Stormy is at whatever it is he does, please do note that anything said in our podcasts are our opinions alone and are not meant to be taken as financial or legal advice.
Welcome to Finances, the Other F Word, a Gen Xer podcast for musicians and music lovers, where we discuss money and music without all the pretentious bullshit. Here are your hosts, Zoe Terry, attorney at large, Stormy Andrews, founder of Yokel Local Marketing, and Mel O, certified financial planner and author of Finances, the Other F Word. Listener discretion is advised.
Hey guys, welcome to Finances, the Other F Word. Today in the podcast, we thought it would be fun if we talked about bands and financial terms from A, the letter A.
I don't know more.
Not really relative, but thank you for your contribution, Zoe. From A through D, but as always, we will first kick it over to Zoe, who will talk about some articles we've posted on social media, and welcome a new country.
Welcome to the Netherlands.
What?
The Netherlands.
Yes.
Another one of my fans.
Oh, I know. That's what she said.
Baby's mama. Baby's mama.
Sure. Moving on. So, some of the articles that we have posted over the past couple of weeks. One of my favorites. You know how I love a good James Bond. Well, finally, the new title, or the title for the new James Bond movie, number 25 on the list. Does anyone know? Anyone want to guess?
I don't care.
I'm going to go with Stormster.
Oh, that would be a really good one, but no, it's...
They did have Thunderballs.
Yeah.
No Time to Die.
I'll go with that.
No time. I got no time for
I
dying.
got no time to die.
Ain't nobody got no time for that.
Nope.
Who's the James Bond going to be?
It's Daniel Craig's fifth and final time of playing 007. Rami... What's his name?
Malek?
Yes.
He's going to be James Bond?
No, listen to me. Rami Malek is playing some mysterious villain in it. One of the writers of this movie is Phoebe Waller-Bridge, who is a very famous English writer, actress, who wrote Fleabag. Now, if neither of you have seen it, Mel O is yawning as I speak. It is fucking hilarious. I can't tell you how funny it is.
Like
Is it
British
that funny?
humor?
I mean,
British humor, hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. But
Because
no,
I've seen the previews. I'm like, this movie looks like it sucks.
I have not seen it.
no,
I haven't seen the
it's
previews.
a series.
It's
for
a series.
start.
That's what I meant. It's on Netflix, right?
It's on Netflix.
Yeah.
There's 2 seasons of it, and I promise you that I was within 5 minutes laughing out loud.
She was
You're
LOLing.
within 5 minutes of LOLing?
No, I did LOL within 5 minutes. Todd was looking at me a little bit strange, but he likes British humour clearly because he's married to me. But
Doesn't mean you're funny. Exactly.
no.
British funny is not always. British humor is not always funny. I don't know if Todd ever told you that, but
Yeah.
No. Anyway, she's funny. Fleabag is funny if anyone hasn't seen it, and she's one of the writers on the No Time to Die, which comes out on the 3rd of April next year in the UK and the 8th of April next year here. So that was one of the articles. Another article that we posted in the past couple of weeks was a record-breaking statistic for Pink. She has grossed over $397 million for her The Beautiful Trauma World Tour and sold over 3 million tickets in the 2018-19, which makes her the 10th highest grossing tour in history and the biggest for a woman in a decade.
wow. Congrats to
look
Pink.
At that.
That's pretty
Pink.
awesome.
I like Pink.
Yes,
Yeah,
I like Pink.
she's very athletic. She's awesome.
I'm told
Yes.
I kind of sing like Pink.
You don't.
No, you don't. Well, I think I kind of look like Pink. No,
Both
exactly.
of you were,
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ja Rule. And that
Ja Rule
lovely
with the back. What up?
Ja Rule with the googly eyes. His kids, apparently his kids are on that reality show, Growing Up Hip Hop. And apparently they are questioning his decision to do a second Fire Festival. So that was an article that we posted.
Wait, his kids are questioning the decision?
Yes, they were apparently, it's not out yet, but snippets of it. His kids are like, he's embarrassing. I don't think you should do it. And he's like, no, it's going to be great.
Well, if you're
Right.
going to do it, even if you keep the same concept, you cannot use the same name. The Fire Festival, as cool of as the name as it was, is tainted now. It's all fucked up.
He can do the ice festival, so it's like fire and ice.
Hey,
Or
there you go.
Eyes Festival.
Oh, come on. He has a nice back.
Well, then keep your back to me.
yeah.
I don't want to see that face. It's annoying. Anyway, this is for Stormy.
Okay, got it.
Guess who's releasing a new album, Stormy?
Ooh, guess who's releasing a new album?
David Hasselhoff. The Hoff is releasing a new album.
In Europe or here in the States?
I don't know.
Doesn't matter.
But it doesn't matter.
yeah.
It probably sell about the same over here. It's called Open Your Eyes, and it includes covers of Sweet Caroline, and this is just awful. David Bowie's Heroes.
Oh, we got to check that out.
So on that whole tip, on the Hooked on a Feeling, David Hasselhoff, when we did the Black Monday episode, we talked about the worst videos. I could not find that song on Spotify.
Which one?
Hooked on a Feeling by David Hasselhoff. I looked, I could not find it, and I wanted to add it so bad, and it was not there. So I guess you're going to have to go to YouTube for your viewing pleasure on that song.
Well, apparently the Hoff compares his voice to Neil Diamond.
Oh, there you go.
Well,
I've got a lot of
actually,
people I
maybe.
compare my voice to.
Maybe. No, actually, Neil Diamond and maybe. Because Neil Diamond's not like a really...
The Hoff, though. Come on, Neil Diamond.
Well,
Neil Diamond, I mean, I've seen Neil Diamond in concert.
Yeah, I mean, I think Neil Diamond's more of a showman than he is a singer. Like, I mean, think of...
But he can sing.
Yeah, he can sing, but I mean, you could say David Hasselhoff can sing too, but that doesn't mean he can sing.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean he can really sing. It just means that, if I sing, it's a small world, I'm singing, but,
Yeah, but I wouldn't ever have the balls to compare myself to,
Well.
like, Aretha Franklin. I mean, I'm good.
Or
but-
be a George Michael cover artist and have the balls, I said Michael
I know.
on purpose, and have the balls to put your fat fucking face next to
The god.
Greek god George Michael, and then compare you guys the two because you're both in black and white and you're both facing the same direction. He needed to get his ass kicked for
I
that.
will never forget that. as long
That's
as I live.
fucking
That's
horrible.
awful.
We've talked about that before on a
Yeah.
podcast. It was awful.
But anyway, the Hoff is marking the 30th anniversary of the fall of the Berlin Wall by releasing said album. So what better way to mark the anniversary than the Hoff? So anyway, good for him.
And I got to jump in. Listeners in Germany, honestly, please explain to us on social media why you like David Hasselhoff so much. I am so confused. He's from here, and we don't want him. So I don't know what it is that I don't think he sings in German. Like, I don't know what
Maybe.
it is.
Oh no, what better way to mark the anniversary
I don't know what happened there.
I don't know what happened there
That was
either.
weird. That's me messing around with things.
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh.
So Germany, please explain to us what your infatuation is with David Hasselhoff, because we're very confused over here.
Maybe it's the chest rug, because he does have a mighty fine
Just
chest
so did
rug.
Tom Selleck, but
Now,
Germany didn't go crazy
Tom,
over
I
Tom
could
Selleck.
see. Yeah, Tom Selleck I get, but the Hoff. he's
Knight
just
Rider was
weird.
cool, though. I did love that show with Kit.
Oh, yes, I love that show too.
It was a good show.
Yeah. And then just a couple more things. We talked in our podcast, I think one of the last ones, Mel was talking about the Argentinian crisis with the currency dropping.
Oh, that was
right?
actually Stormy.
Oh,
Yeah,
Stormy
see,
did.
there it
Stormy
is.
came
Yeah.
in, yep.
Did you read that the Argentinian economy minister resigned amid all the turmoil? That was in
I
one
did
of the,
not.
well,
I did not know that either.
that was in one of the articles. If you read any of the articles that I diligently posted every morning on our Facebook, then you would know.
Yeah, I need to start paying attention.
All I hear is in my head, "Don't Cry for Me, Argentina" by Madonna right now, which was just a horrible. And she got a vocal coach for it and everything did the video to get the movie role and
Evita,
Evita, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, Stormy. So let's kick us off with the letter A. Give us some of your bands that begin with the letter A.
That begin with the letter A. Well,
Yes.
you know what, bands? I got to go with Africa Bambaataa.
Yes. Isn't it Africa
Oh.
Bambaataa?
Yeah, it's Africa Bambaataa.
Why are you adding?
Butter.
Right. Why are you adding extra
Bambaataa.
letters?
I
Okay.
do that a lot. That's what I called them as a youngster.
Make them
I
plural.
was like Africa Bambaataa, but it's Africa Bambaataa.
Yeah, or make them plural.
Yeah, I got to make it
Michaels.
plural.
Yeah.
One that doesn't fall on, there's the Alan Parsons project, Alan Parsons, so you can't
Eye
forget
of the
about them,
Sky.
right?
Such a great song.
Oh, never heard of it.
Yes, you have.
These are your bands.
And what about Adam and the Ant?
Adam Ant or Adam and the Ants?
Adam and the Ants.
Plural. Yes.
Plural.
That one you do pluralize.
Right, because it is more than one ant.
Adam and the Ants. That's
Yes.
correct. There's one more. There's more than one ant.
And
So,
I keep
those are
talking
the three I'm
about
gonna
his
go
song
with.
Wonderful. I keep talking about his song Wonderful, and you have got to hear it. I'm going to put it on the playlist because I haven't yet, and it's an amazing song by Adam Ant.
It's-
Singular.
It's not a band by Annie Lennox. I really liked Annie Lennox.
Yeah.
Oh.
She was good.
Yeah.
She had, the Eurythmics had that song, Would I Lie to You? And then in the back, I think I mentioned this in another podcast, the singer, she's like, Would I lie to you, honey? And the background singers go, Like, I don't know. It's just always, it was just funny. I thought it was contradictory. It just cracking me up. Anybody else?
No, that's what I'm going with.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. So no African.
Bambaataa, but
Bambaataa.
Because
It's Africa Bambaataa
So-
is what I like to refer
Planet
to.
Rock is
Planet Rock.
such a great fucking song, and the fucking Zulu Nation, and when we did our Black Monday episode, we talked about horrible bands. We did not talk about Justified and Ancient by KLF, which has like Tammy Wynette as a queen. And then there's like Zulu people, and then there's somebody else singing, and then there's a submarine with a guy playing a guitar with this big horn out of his face, and it's all fucking crazy shit. We should have put that in
included
that.
that, yeah.
I like
We
it.
should have included it. Okay. So we're going to do kind of a little Sesame Street thing. I'm just going to go over real quickly some financial definitions that start with the letter A. Then I'm going to add my little bit of bands on here. So A is also for above the line deduction. So we had talked about, see how I did that? They both begin with A's. We talked about on our tax episode, we talked about above the line and below the line deductions. And when you're doing your taxes, if you have gambling losses, Vegas peeps, you can offset those against your income, assuming that you are also claiming your winnings. At the same time. But basically, above the line deduction decreases your income dollar for dollar before you actually start taking any of your below line deductions. And the adjusted gross income is what happens after you start taking these deductions from your taxes. You come to the adjusted gross income. And then ADRs, which are basically if you want to own, let's say you want to own stock for a company in Sweden. If you, or the Netherlands, hey, let's go with the Netherlands. And you can do a couple things. You can go and you can buy that company's stock in the Netherlands, and then you will be responsible as an owner of that company to pay taxes on that in the United States as well as in the Netherlands. Or if the Netherlands company happens to have an ADR, which is an American deposit receipt, then you can actually buy the shares of stock, and the tax implication is concentrated just to the United States, but you can still actually own them, but it's technically on the American Stock Exchange. So that's ADR. And I kind of went a little hip-hoppy on my band. So we talked about Ja Rule so much on this podcast. And Ashanti. So she was his protege, signed to Murder Inc. She had the song Happy. That was the video that I had referred to in our very first episode where his eyes looked a little wild.
wonky.
And it's at about 2 minutes and 31 seconds in the video. And if you look up Happy by Ashanti and you just forward it there, you'll see it. Plus she had a couple other good songs. And then After Seven. After Seven. Yeah, so I'm going
Never heard of 'em.
I'm going with bands that have like a song episode. So After Seven had a song Ready or Not. So you remember the song Ready or Not?
Oh,
No.
I'll give you everything. Nothing?
No.
Yeah, no.
And more. Okay, so that's After Seven. So I got a little 90s R&B, and then of course Accept, which I'm a fan of. I posted on social media with Balls to the Walls, which has just an amazing album cover with the guy's like hairy legs sticking out, and I think he has a cup on, and it's crazy. So go back to our social media feed and you'll see it. It's a fantastic album cover.
okay.
All right, so now we're going to have some weird shit coming up with Zoe.
Yep.
Well, I've tried to select British artists and bands.
What a shocker.
I know, just,
That's
putting
right,
it out there.
diversity.
Yeah, diversity.
Good
that's
portfolios
exactly
are
it.
diversified.
Yep.
First of all, Adele. Love
Adele?
her. Yeah, love
Adele's
her.
British?
Yeah.
Very,
Wow.
mate. She
Have you ever
talks
heard
like
her?
this.
Yeah,
She's got
she
a gob
like
on her
really,
like that.
she really talks
Yeah.
with an accent.
Plus, she sang James Bond theme tune, so how can you not love her? Skyfall.
She's all right.
I love Adele. I think she's great. Then I went for Altered Images, which is actually a Scottish band from the 80s, and they sang a song called Happy Birthday, which is quite annoying, but it very much sticks in your head. Then
Wait, is that the one that goes,
Happy Birthday, Happy Birthday.
that's the actual song?
Yeah.
I am really glad I don't know that.
Absolutely.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
there you go. You will, because you'll have to find it.
I know. Lucky me.
Then I went for Lily Allen.
Oh,
Okay.
Lily. Yeah. Never heard of her.
I love her. She is the daughter of a famous British actor called Keith Allen. And one of my favorite songs by her was her first song called Smile.
Smile.
Yeah.
That's the only song I know by her, by the way.
She's a sassy little lady. And then the other one I wanted to mention actually isn't British, but you have to mention Aha.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Aha's good.
Norwegian, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Norwegian, yeah.
Great video. Everyone remembers the video.
He was
right?
hot. The lead singer was, I mean, he was 80s hot.
Morton
with the,
Harkett.
is that
Yeah.
was his name?
Yeah.
I mean, he looked hot in the 80s, but if you took that look out of the 80s now, obviously it wouldn't work. But I don't know, maybe he's upgraded his look and he's still hot now. I don't know.
I didn't think he was hot then, but
No, I thought it was hot.
each to their own. So that's I had many more, but I've tried to pare it down, and that's my A's.
Well, there it is.
She knows
There's
that
the
we
A's.
can't get overloaded on British.
No.
On British bands. So, all right, Stormy, start us off with the
Start us off
letter
with the
B,
Bs.
and let's
Okay.
pronounce the name of the bands correctly if that's possible.
So I won't go with Deck. I'll go with Beck.
With Beck.
Oh, you like
I
that?
love me
Peck.
some Beck.
Gotta go with Beck.
I forgot about Beck. Yeah.
See, I don't play around.
Yeah,
And
not,
then-
unlike the cover band Peck. That was also from our first episode,
Oh, dear.
which was fucking hilarious. You should go back and listen to it. It was great. I listen to it all the time.
Well, the other one. So I wanted to keep bands that we haven't really talked about. So there's Billy
Right.
Idol, but we've talked about Billy Idol.
Mm-hmm.
But I like Billy Idol. So
I
we
love
can't
Billy
go
Idol
wrong with
too. Yeah.
He's just a cool cat. But what about Bob Marley? I don't think we've ever brought
We
Bob
haven't-
Marley up on the show.
we
So we've
haven't, I don't
got
think.
Beck, Billy Idol, Bob Marley. The other person I was going to go with, but I'm pretty sure Zoe's going to come up with this one. Bjork.
Bjork.
Yeah.
You don't pronounce every letter.
Bjork. I wasn't going to mention Bjork because she's from Iceland.
Bjork.
And
Right.
not
I'm going with
Britain.
Bjork. Okay.
Okay, you and
Bjork.
Bjork. Yeah, we've mentioned her on the podcast before with the song
Okay.
where the teddy bear eats her,
Oh,
which
that's
was
right.
human behavior or
yeah.
human nature, something I put on
Well,
there.
then I'm going to stick with Beck, Billy Idol, and Bob Marley.
Okay, so yeah, we talked about Ziggy Marley, about a concert with Ziggy Marley, but we didn't talk about Bob Marley, who has just amazing songs and, cool guy. And I watched a documentary on him. He had to overcome a whole bunch of really fucked up racist stuff when he started traveling out of Jamaica. So that was kind of very interesting. So B, the letter B, I wish we had like big, visuals or Muppets running around like they do on Sesame Street. That would be fucking awesome.
B is for
B is for back end load. Yeah, what you think about that?
I like that.
That
The
sounds,
back end
yeah,
load.
back end load, baby. So a back end load, you don't see these too much, but if you're ever sitting down to do any investments in any type of, say, a mutual fund, you really want to be cognizant of back end loads. A back end load is where you actually get into a mutual fund, but you pay no fee up front, but then you're on a surrender sliding scale over the next, say, 5 to 10 years, so that if you sell any part of the mutual fund within that time frame, then you're going to get hit on the exit with a fee that is also known as a Back End Load.
Oh, I thought it was something totally different.
So
I
did
know.
I'm a little bit disappointed.
Yeah.
I know. I'm
I'm very
sorry.
disappointed.
I know. I'm sorry. It's great though. Then we have below the line deduction, which we had to say above the line deduction. Now we're saying below the line deduction. So after you take your IRA contributions and your gambling losses and your money, specifically money, not objects, donations to charity, then you come with your adjusted gross income, and then from that you take your below the line deductions, which would be mortgage interest and different things like that, business expenses and such. And then behavior finances, we talk a lot about. It's where you're making decisions with your emotions. And so it's a study where they try to figure out why there are abnormalities in the market. And they try to chalk it up to the fact that people are emotional and they're the ones that are pulling the trigger. And then blue chip stock, which is basically stock that is pretty resilient in times where the company is making money or in times where the company is not making money. And if they are paying a dividend on the stock, they've still been able to pay the dividends regardless of how they're actually faring as an actual company. And my bands to start with B's, I'm going with Belle Biv DeVoe.
Oh, Belle Biv DeVoe.
Yeah.
How
So,
about
of
that?
course, Poison, Something in Your Eyes, that's my jam. Okay, so the Belle Biv DeVoe, the Do Me, I think is what's actually the name of the CD, I think. But it had all three of them on, and they were like on all 90s glory. Do Me was on the same thing. I still have that CD. I still listen to it. I fucking love it. Keeping on that vein, Blackstreet.
Not
No
to
Diggity.
be confused with
No,
Blackstreet
that's the next
Boys.
one.
You are.
So Backstreet
Or-
Boys is my next one. So Blackstreet, No Diggity.
Yep.
No
Yep.
Diggity, no doubt.
Yeah.
That's still the best song. Joy, and Before I Let You Go, their slow jam. And then Backstreet Boys, which is, I looked at my list and I mixed those two up. So Backstreet Boys, I don't like, but I fucking love the song Larger Than Life. It is on my iPhone.
I thought you were going to go with Beastie Boys.
You know what?
I thought
I totally
for sure
overlooked.
you were going to have Beastie Boys.
No, and
We
I
have
did it.
talked
And,
about them.
and we have, and my last two, Barry Manilow
Oh,
Yeah.
is
very.
one. I'm looking at Zoe, Barry Manilow, and then the Bellamy
Coca.
brothers.
Coco Cabana.
Coca Cabana, not
Yeah.
Copa. I don't know what you're. Is it Copa?
it's
I have no
Copa,
idea.
isn't it?
Coca. I thought it was
Yeah.
Coca.
Who
I don't know.
knows?
We'll put it on the list. I have no
Okay.
idea. And then the Bellamy brothers, which nobody probably knows who they are, but they
know.
sing a song called "Let Your Love Flow." Let your love flow. Like
I know
a
that song.
mountain stream. I'll
Yeah.
put it. It's
Don't
one
know
of my
it.
favorite songs still to this day. So that is all my bands that have B's for their first name.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I have a bunch of bees.
I'm
so
sure you do.
She's a B.
I'll try and keep them. I'll be quick. The first is The Beloved, which is in.
Nope.
Yeah, I know. It's
No
back
idea.
in I think it was early 90s. I was listening to them on my way in, by the
Why?
way. Loving it.
Why?
Loving it big time. Okay, Boomtown Rats, Bob Geldof's band.
You mentioned them.
Have I
Yeah.
already?
Yeah,
Oh,
we talked about music festivals. We talked about Live Aid.
Okay, apologies.
And I kept calling him Gandalf the Wizard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did we talk
Does
about...
anybody know what we've recorded, or is it just me? Because I have to listen to it like 500 times before it actually
you
airs.
probably know more than most.
Yeah,
Have we
that's
talked
true.
about Bananarama already?
We have not.
Not
Oh my
Bananarama. How about
God.
that?
It's a cruel
That song scares me.
Love-
Cruel Summer scares me. It has always scared me. The song scares
Why?
me. I don't
Yeah, what is
know. Something, it sounds creepy. I don't like it.
I like it.
Well,
If
pick-
it comes
pick a different
on,
one, then.
I fucking change it immediately. Well, then there's the Venus. I'm your Venus.
Yeah, I
which,
don't like that one.
Yeah,
How
I know.
about, ain't what you do, it's the way that you do it. It's quite annoying. That's
Yeah.
one of theirs too. But for you can
Yeah,
find a
just that
different
little
one.
clip she gave me
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
too
That's
much
enough.
already.
Plus,
yeah.
I was doing all the weird shit
Yeah,
again. I don't
that's-
know what
okay.
gets into me. Okay, I love this band, Belle and Sebastian.
Nope.
Okay, they're a Scottish band. There's about 500 of them in the band. They were all out of work musicians, and they met in this community college thing, and then they became this hugely successful band in Britain.
And there's
Anyway.
500 of them in the band?
No, okay, slight.
It's like Earth, Wind, and
exaggeration.
Fire up on that bitch.
Yeah, but anyway, great. Love Belle and Sebastian. So, Brand New Heavies, another.
Oh, I like the
band.
Brand New Heavies.
Yeah.
I love
Absolutely.
Brand New Heavies.
Talked about the brand new heavies.
I've seen that. Have we already?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I've seen them a couple of times. Love them. Now, the last one that I mentioned, the B, is Bronski Beat, and Jimmy
Bronski Beat.
Remember
I
them?
remember them.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Small Town Boy, and It Ain't Necessary So. And Jimmy Somerville from Bronski Beat is also in my C's, so that's why I wanted to put to say Bronski Beat. So there you go. That's my beat.
Okay.
I like it.
All right. So now to bands we will know. Stormy with the C's. Actually, I know Bronski Beat,
Well,
but
I'm going to go with C's, and here's three bands I would love to see in concert together.
together?
Together.
Like all in the same
all in
lineup.
the same, exactly. I buy one
Jesus.
ticket, and I've got all three of them.
I have no idea what this is
Okay,
gonna
look,
be.
I've got The Cure,
Oh, that was on
right.
mine.
Yeah.
The Clash,
Oh, it's on mine.
Good thing she has 40 bands for
Yeah.
each letter.
and Coldplay.
It's on mine.
I don't want to see Coldplay. I just do them in there.
I would say
I've seen
Coldplay
them.
is
don't
not
wanna
on
see
mine
them.
at
But
all.
here's one
they're
that
good.
So I love The Clash. I love The Cure. But what about a band that remember Chick?
Oh, yeah. Le Freak, right?
Yes.
Freak
Chic.
out.
Yeah.
Dun,
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 dun.
dun.
Oh, I forgot about
Absolutely.
them.
You forgot about that. See,
I did.
There's also what about Captain Beefheart?
Oh, they were playing at the concert that I was conceived at.
I figured you would know that one. See, Captain Beefheart.
Yeah.
That just grosses me out. Just the name
I still have to find that.
grosses me out. The beef heart thing. Like, I just imagine somebody eating a beef heart and it just grosses
it's
me
horrible.
out.
But yeah, for me, the C's are there because I'm huge fans of The Clash
Captain
and
Beefheart?
The Cure.
Are you?
And yeah, Captain Beefheart.
What does he even sing?
I don't
is
know,
it a
but
band?
I saw his
don't know
name,
what it is.
and I'm like, it's a dude.
Isn't
just-
it a dude with a big beard?
He better have a beard if his
better have a
fucking
beard.
name is Captain
yeah, he's
Beefheart.
kind of weird looking. He makes strange faces and clothing and
Yeah, okay.
You know.
That's enough said.
There you
Okay.
go.
That's creepy. Okay, so C's, the most important one is CFP.
CFP.
Certified Financial Planner,
Oh,
bitches.
there it is.
Yeah, that's right. So I happen to be a CFP. I'm just saying. So, of course, I had to put that on there first and foremost. Charitable Remainder Trust.
Oh,
So this is a trust that you can create specifically easiest while you're living. It can be done after your death, but it's easier. And let's say you have $100,000 that you want to go to the Red Cross. I don't know. You would create a charitable remainder trust and you would put the $100,000 in some type of investment and it would throw off interest. And, if it was my $100,000, I could live off of the interest until I die. And then at the time that I die, that money, if I've taken any principal out, the remainder or that $100,000 is then at that point turned over to the American Red Cross, and it's called a charitable remainder trust. So a lot of the high income earners, when they're trying to do some tax sheltering, they use charitable remainder trusts and implement those. Then we have closed-end funds, which is a mutual fund is considered an open-end fund, which means that if you own a Fidelity mutual fund and you decide you want to sell that share, Fidelity will make a market for it, meaning that they will just buy it from you regardless of if all the holdings in the actual mutual fund are, worth nothing or whatever. They make a market, they take your shares back. A closed-end fund trades just like a stock. If I have a stock of MGM, a share of MGM, and I'm trying to sell it and nobody wants to buy it, then my MGM share is not getting sold. Closed-end funds trade just like a stock. And then there is compound interest, which is where interest is earned on your interest. So think of it as, and I say this in the book, a fruit tree that produces fruit. So you buy the fruit tree, and then it produces fruit. So your money that you earn, if you have, $100 and then you earn $20, the next time you get paid interest, you're getting paid interest on $120 total, not the initial $100 you put in, because your interest is making interest. And for me, bands that start with C, of course, being from Washington, got to go with Candlebox. So
heard of
of
them.
course, what? Yes, you did. And they were just here in June. You never heard of Candlebox?
what they saying?
They sang "Change," which is my favorite song. "Far Behind."
Wait,
they
sing
sang
Change?
"You," and I feel that a change is gonna come.
Nope.
Okay.
No.
And then "Far Behind," you left me far behind.
Nope.
Okay. Anyway, they're grunge. And then Shaka Khan.
Chaka.
Sorry. At some point, we are going to hear Zoe's story in Shaka Khan, but I want to save that for when I feel like it's ripe for the picking. And I think you guys are we're all going to have to stand in anticipation while we wait for the Shaka Khan. And then, of course, Crosby, Stills, Nash, Southern Cross, which I fucking love that song. And then Clips. Do you remember Clips?
Clips.
Clips, CLIPSE.
Nope.
They sang, another rap group, they sang Grinding.
Grinding. Nope.
Grinding, you know what I keep in the lining.
Grinding my teeth.
no.
Grinding.
Always grind my
It has
teeth
For
at
Real
night.
from the Neptunes. Well, when he
Does it
was
go
still
something
part
like-
of the Neptunes.
Grinding by the light.
No, that's
I know that one.
that's Blinded by the Light, and that's not anywhere near grinding. I'm sorry, grindin, because there's no G.
No G.
So those are my C's.
Okay.
So all right, go ahead, Zoe. With
Okay.
some, we're waiting for you.
Here it is.
Well, I had a long list, and Stormy took 3 of them. But The Cure, by the way, were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame this year.
As they should be.
Yes, wonderful, wonderful. Okay, so I'm going to go with the Communards because I was just talking about Jimmy Somerville, who was first in Bronski Beat. He then was in the Communards, which I
Wait,
loved.
how are you saying? What word is that?
Yeah.
The Communards.
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 NARDS?
Communards. Communards. They were
Oh.
fantastic.
Communards.
Best song, not Communards, Communards.
Oh.
Best song, one of the best songs. Don't Leave Me This Way. Anyway, I love them. Then of course Cranberries.
Oh yeah.
Love Cranberries. So
Zombie
sad.
scares me.
Zombie.
That song scares me.
I love Zombie.
It fucking freaks me. And the video's kind of creepy too.
Mm-hmm.
It just always terrified me. And she OD'd.
Yeah.
Did she kill herself or did she OD?
I think she just OD'd.
Or did she OD and kill her? I don't know. But she just recently,
Yeah,
beginning of
passed
this
away,
year,
yeah.
passed.
So sad.
Yeah.
Culture Club.
Oh, Culture Club. Oh, I saw them in concert not that long ago at the D.
Oh, excellent.
You mean you saw just Boy George, right?
No, yeah, I guess you're right. It had Boy George and it had a couple other people. I forget who they are right now.
Yeah, probably not members of the Culture Club, but
Favorite song of theirs was
Oh, they had the
Victims.
B-52s.
I love Time. You're talking about the Culture Club, right?
Yeah.
Time won't give me time.
No.
That was my favorite song by them.
Mine was Victims and Karen. If you remember, she could play it on the piano for me. I
Victims.
love
I've
you.
never heard Victims by the Culture Club.
Okay, well, you need to. I'm going to also include Leonard Cohen for my dad.
yeah.
That's for my dad.
Even though he's not British.
I know, but I just...
Okay, no, I'm just pointing it out.
Shout out to Pop Pop.
Yep.
And I'll just pick one more because you stole so many of my others.
Talking about Stormy, because I didn't steal any of
You
them.
didn't.
Yeah.
Clapton. Eric Clapton.
Clapton.
For my
Oh.
mum. There
Oh,
you go. So we're fair and equal.
Old Love.
Wasn't Eric Clapton in Cream? You could have used
I could have.
He
Yeah.
was in Cream.
Yeah,
He
there
was
you go.
in Cream, so either one.
either
yeah,
one.
and Eric Clapton will be here September 13th, and I'm sad. I'm going to miss him, but I heard he has issues with his fingers, so I don't know how well he's going to be able to play. But Old Love, the version on Pilgrim Soul, and the unplugged version on MTV's Unplugged is fucking phenomenal. Oh, that song makes me like clutch my heart and want to drink hard alcohol.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, all right, take us home with your D bands.
Oh, we're going to the D's.
Well, yeah, that's
you know
after
what?
that's after the letter C.
Wow. So the D's. Well, you know what? If I'm going to go with the D's, I've got to go with dun 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 dun. Crack that whip.
Oh, Devo.
Break your mama's back.
I don't think it went. How did you say? I don't think that sounds okay. Listeners, did that sound anything like the beginning of Whip It? Because
Yes, it did. Yes.
I'm gonna listen to this on playback and I'm gonna be screaming. See, I told you it doesn't sound anything like it.
Okay, I've got to go with Devo.
Okay, all
What
right.
about Dizzy Gillespie?
Oh, yeah.
You haven't had him on
yeah.
the show, see?
We have not had
Nope.
Dizzy Gillespie. I'm trying to think of something that he sang or played or.
You know, he was. I don't think he sang. He played. He played with the trumpet, or he was a jazz.
Did he play
dude.
trumpet?
Jazz, yeah.
Yeah, he was one with the big. No, Louis Armstrong had the big cheeks. Maybe they both did. Because when I was in band, they said you're not supposed to puff out your cheeks. You're supposed to breathe through. And Louis Armstrong, when he plays the trumpet, his cheeks are really, really big. And I was like, hey, that's not right. But I mean, what do I know?
Yeah, you're going to tell.
I know. Well, first of all, he's passed, and second of all, he was very amazingly popular. So obviously, fuck me.
So, what about Big Daddy Kane? Does that count as a B, a D, or a K?
I think.
Can I throw a Big Daddy because it's Big Daddy?
You can do
Yeah.
whatever you want
I'm gonna
to.
go with D. So I'm gonna go with Big Daddy Kane.
Big Daddy Stormy, you can talk about Big Daddy Kane if you want to.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I can
Big
go with
Daddy
D-Nice.
Kane. D nice.
Remember?
Are you talking about? You're
D-Nice.
talking D light?
No, I'm
No.
talking D Nice.
I don't know D nice.
Well,
What
I'm
is-
not gonna tell you. You're gonna have to add it to the list.
Okay.
There you go. That's what I'm going to go with. I could go with Dr. Dre. Have you heard of him?
Oh, we totally
Have you heard of?
we totally forgot about Dr. Dre,
Yeah,
and
and
his
then
son
if-
leaves here in Vegas.
Exactly. And if we go with a whole bunch of DJs, there's DJ Run, DJ
yeah.
this, DJ,
DJ
that,
Quick.
DJ this, DJ.
What?
There's a whole bunch of them. So
There
you go.
is. Yep, and I forgot in mine. I totally
DJ
forgot
Todd
about all
Terry.
the DJs
There is a DJ Todd Terry. Just so I tell you.
on purpose.
Yeah. Well, I don't think he accidentally called himself Todd Terry, but yeah, there's.
We're not talking about your husband.
No,
Oh, okay.
I don't think he's attorney by night and by day and DJ Todd Terry
I
by
don't know.
night.
I don't know what goes on behind closed doors at your house. It's a little fucking weird. Okay, so D, the letter D, is also for default risk, and and we've talked a lot about bonds on this podcast between our national debt and Social Security and a whole ton of other ones. Default risk is the risk you take when you buy a bond. Let's say if you buy a bond, we're just going to always go through to MGM because their ticker symbol is MGM and they're from Vegas and we love Vegas, obviously. So if you buy a bond from MGM, you always run the risk that MGM might not be able to pay you back the money that you lent them. And that is considered default risk. Obviously, some companies have higher default risk than others. We also have D is for defensive stock.
Ooh.
Yeah, defensive stock is not what you think it is. It's not like airplanes and bombs and shit. Defensive stock would be like Procter & Gamble, Johnson & Johnson, Kraft. These would be companies that even if we go into a recession, you still have to buy their products. Toothpaste, deodorant, food. You still have to get toilet paper, and so that is considered a defensive stock. So anytime you have, when you're investing in the market and maybe the market's down, what you see a rotation into more defensive stocks to be able to help kind of buffer you against the recession. Dividends, which we talked a lot about, is just when you own a common stock, you get a certain amount of cash that is actually paid for each share of stock that you do hold. And it's a distribution of cash, or it can be a distribution of additional stocks. And the dividend yield is the measure of that dividend payment as a percentage of the current market price. So basically they're kind of two in the same. It's just one is an actual dollar figure or change figure in most cases, and the other one is actually a percentage. And durable goods, we talked about this in the numbers episode. We talked about a whole bunch of indicators we look at. One of them is our durable goods numbers. And durable goods are any products that you can't consume or use quickly. And so that would be like automobiles, furnitures, and computers. So if you see a time where we have a recession, you'll see durable goods numbers going down because people are holding on to their washing machines longer. If you see a time where the market, or the economy's going gangbusters, you might see durable good orders go up because people are buying new washing machines and such. And Stormy's dying to jump in here with something.
I know. He was like,
I thought I misunderstood because when you said durable goods, things you can't consume quickly, I immediately thought of my wife's cooking.
Oh, Sandra's gonna be like, you know what? Fuck you.
yeah.
She's like, you're gonna make and eat your own food from now on. Yeah. So bands that begin with D, we haven't talked about them on this band, but this is a rock band, Danzig.
Oh, Danzig. I remember Danzig.
No, you don't.
I do.
Sing something from them.
Ooh, well, let me just think really quick. I've got some songs from Danzig. I do.
Danzig.
It's more of a, I'll just tell you the type of.
He keeps saying Zick. I'm like, there's no
Danzig.
CK.
Danzig. Yeah, I love Danzig.
Danzig, it's more of a hard, it's a heavy, hard rock.
Right.
And there's a couple of
Are they
songs that he
German?
did which are pretty awesome.
Yeah, they did a song called She Rides, which is a slow,
Nope, that's not the
sultry
one.
song, and then you probably have Mother.
Mother, yes.
Mother. Yeah, so
Yeah.
they have Mother. And then, of course, I'm sure Zoe has this one, Daryl Hall and John Oates.
Oh, Daryl Hall and John
I mean,
Oates.
come on. They got, She's Gone, Man Eater, Private Eyes, and then,
My boys love Man Eater for some reason.
dude, the saxophone in it is amazing. And then the one of the most underrated songs by Daryl Hall and John Oates is Family Man. Leave me alone. I'm a family man.
Yeah,
Nobody
I love that
ever
song.
knows it, and it's such a great
Yeah.
song. And then we have, I can never pronounce this right, The Deal, but I think
Deal.
it might be Dealey with Babyface. 2 occasions. Stormy, you got to know this one. I only think of you on 2
occasions,
he's
day
like,
and
he doesn't.
night. Yeah, I
okay,
do.
there he
It's
goes.
day
He
and night.
got,
See, I had it. I know it.
and then, of course, Dolly Parton. So everybody knows I'm not a fan of country music, but I
make an exception for her.
fucking love Dolly Parton. So many great songs. Somebody's Everything, Salt of My Tears, and of course 9 to 5, which is wonderful. Digital Underground with the Humpty Dance, and this is also where Tupac got his start.
Tupac got to start with Digital Underground.
Digital Underground,
Come
yep.
on.
It was on the song Do What You Like, and he sang a verse, and then he also sang in this song, All Around the World, the same song. Tupac has a verse in that.
Interesting.
And of course, Humpty Dance, Kiss Me and I'll Kiss You Back is great. And then Dragon Force, this is a speed metal theatrical rock. But the reason why I wanted to mention this is because I wanted to put it on the playlist, because this song Through the Fire and the Flames is so unbelievably fast. They have two guitarists that one of them just plays and plays and plays and then has to stop and breathe, and then the other guitarist takes over. It is the fastest fucking song you will ever hear in your life. And then of course my last one is Donnell Jones.
Silence.
He had the
Crickets.
song say what, you know that I like it, baby, ooh,
Nope.
girl, you know what's up,
Nope.
and you know what I need. It was a huge song, ooh, say what. Yeah, so I'm
Yeah,
going
I
to put it on the
did- yeah.
playlist. You'll know the song and you'll fucking love it. So that's
I'll
why
be
I
the judge of that.
had to mention those. So right, are you going to start listening to all of our playlists?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll
I'll
believe
sing
it.
along too.
We'll
I'll believe it when
see.
I see it. And again, on Spotify, search under MELOCFP, and you'll get all of them, of all the things we talked about, all of Zoe's horrible British bands, which she's about to clean us out with.
Absolutely.
So for the D's, I have Depeche Mode.
Oh,
nuts.
Depeche Mode. That's a good
Oh,
one.
Depeche
Thank you.
Mode.
And I went to school with Joanne. Hi, Joanne.
Hey, Joanne.
Her cousin is Andy Fletcher out of Depeche Mode.
Okay.
So, and
Okay.
we actually went to see them. I don't know if it was cheap or free because of that. Anyway.
Did you get to have sex with them?
I wouldn't want to even if I could, but
Oh,
thank you.
Okay.
Oh,
I don't know what he looks like now or really did then. I wasn't super huge into Depeche
not,
Mode.
I love gingers because I've birthed a ginger, but
Okay.
okay, so Depeche Mode, Dido. I love Dido. Or of
I only know
course,
her with Eminem.
Yeah.
That's the only way I know her.
It was a great album. Her first album, No Angel, fantastic album.
Her name's Ditto.
No,
Dido.
my dad. It's Dido, but my dad has to say dildo every time, and he thinks it's like the first time anyone's ever said that. But pop, you're so
Are you sure he does?
funny.
Are you sure he doesn't say dildos?
Oh, he probably actually does say dildos. Hey, Dad. Next one, Dire Straits.
Oh,
I
Dire
almost did Dire
Straits.
Straits. Yeah, Sultans of Swing, which is like the longest song, and they only say Sultans of Swing like once in the whole song. There's no chorus.
Really?
Yeah, it's great.
Interesting.
I like
fantastic.
Romeo and Juliet. That's one of my favorite songs of theirs. Of course, Duran Duran. We've mentioned them before, but
Yeah.
it's got to be said one more time. Terence Trent D'Arby.
Oh, Terrence. I love
Oh,
Terrence.
is he
Trent
British?
D'Arby.
Yes.
Wishing well.
Wish me love.
Sign your
wish
name
you
across
well.
my heart.
Oh,
Yeah.
he was
I want
fabulous.
you
What
be
happened to
my
him?
I don't know.
And the
Maybe
last
we'll do a
one,
podcast.
just because I want it on the playlist, is Craig David. Craig David all over your boink. And that's what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Peace
that's
out.
What
all
was the
you
name
gotta
of the
say.
song?
No, but you'll hear it.
We'll hear it.
Yeah.
That's a pretty common name. You got to give me
Craig
something
David.
more than
No,
that. Yeah, I think
Craig
it's-
David is Craig David.
His
you'll
song
find
is called
him.
Craig David.
No,
Sing
his
Craig
name is
David?
Craig David, and there are so many songs.
Craig David. Okay.
just
Okay, something-
You'll
There it
find
is. You'll
something
find
about all over his
I don't know if I
boink.
want
Yeah,
to end
absolutely.
with. Yeah, I'll end with Craig David. There you
Okay,
go.
she wants to say one more. She's
No,
just,
I
she's
don't.
losing
I
her
have so
shit.
many more, but I won't. No, that's fine.
Okay, because I'm
Okay,
going to start
there it
wrapping this
is.
up. I don't want you
Let's-
to
let's
like
wrap
all of a
it
sudden
up.
do this
No.
jazzy hands and interrupt me like you do,
I know
like when there's something else that you want to do.
One more.
So,
I'm
so
done.
as always, make sure that you follow us on social media at Finance is the Other F Word and Twitter at Amped Cheddar. She loves what? Oh, and she just gave me a not so subtle. I didn't know if she was feeling herself up or what.
Yes.
It was a little confusing. We are also live on iHeartRadio now. Yay!
Yay!
So that was a long process. Thank you, iHeartRadio, for
Yes,
putting us
thank
on
you.
your platform. And, of course, check out our playlists with all of Zoe's bands and Stormy's mispronounced bands under Mel O CFP, and you can find those. And then, of course, if you have any suggestions for the show, hit us up on social media or email at mel@hotmoongear hotmongear.com, hotmongear.com, and our book is still available on Amazon. Finance is the other F word. Bitches, we're out.
Cheerio.
Bye.
Thanks for listening. If you like us, subscribe wherever you get your podcasts.